what's up guys, Jedimanda here to give you another sewing video for the week. So this week we're going to talk about something that a lot of people are still confused about and for some odd reason do not even use. And that's called interfacing, y'all. Interfacing is highly important when you guys are making your own costumes or garments. What an interfacing ultimately is a stabilizer, basically with glue on one side. So it's a certain woven fabric that's usually pretty see-through with glue on one side that you iron to fabric. That's really the basic terms of what interfacing is. Now there are tons of different types of interfacing out there. Just go take a look at the rack at Joann's and other craft stores with fabrics. It can get really overwhelming, but if you ask somebody there, they're usually able to help you. Since these videos are pretty short, I'm going to tell you exactly what I use for my interfacings for when I make garments. This is the main bolt that I buy every time I go to Joann's when I run out of interfacing that I use. It is the Pellon brand, which is what most interfacing brands are. And it is the Apparel Interfacing Basics. Fusible mid to heavyweight. Most of my stuff that I use is actually mid to heavyweight fabrics, so this is the actual right one to use. If you are working with different types of fabrics, especially different weights of fabrics, you'll want to check on the end of the interfacing bolt to see if it matches your fabric that you're ultimately using. I buy these by the bolt. You can get them pretty cheap online, and you can also get them at Joann's with a really good coupon. So when I'm ready to interface my fabrics, which can be anything you want to interface, jackets, belts, corsets, anything, I'll cut out this using the same patterns as I'm using for my garments. So I'll just take those pieces, prep them with a serger, and then iron on my interfacing. Now interfacing is machine washable, and it doesn't come off if you pretty much treat it right. So, you know, wash cold, tumble low, or hang dry. Now there are other types of interfacings out there, but you'll also find something called stabilizers. Stabilizers are basically interfacings with no glue. A lot of people use them with embroidery. Especially if you guys are embroidering, you need a stabilizer or interfacing on the back of your fabric that you're working on to embroider on. We'll have a separate video on embroidery much later. Like I said, there are different types and different weights of interfacing. Just check the bolt to find if the information on the bolt matches your fabric you're ultimately cutting at Joann's or any other craft store. If you guys have any questions, those people that work there know everything about interfacing. But ultimately, this is the basics on it. So if you have any questions on interfacing, make sure you tag me or use the hashtag SewWithTheForce and I can help you guys out. That's it for this week's video. See you guys later.